overall goal of this project was really to examine the benefits youth receive from joining a gang. Criminal justice researchers, criminological researchers have often focused on the detriments and the downside of youth gang membership. But gangs have been around for a long time, so there's obviously some benefits that youth are experiencing in the gang context. Most people assume that as people are victimized more often, their fear of victimization increases. In examining youth over time, both before they joined a gang and after they left the gang, we found an interesting paradox. So as youth joined the gang or remained in a gang over a period of time, their victimization levels increased. Okay? But over that same period of time, their fear of victimization actually decreased.
Gang violence doesn't just start on the streets, it actually starts at home. And that's some of the things that we really need to address in our community is the home life as well as the street life. And so one of the things for me was not having a father, and my mom was an alcoholic, and you know, all of these things were going on at home, and so there was no camaraderie at home, so I found it on the street. And so they became my family. They became the ones that I felt a part of. Those are the ones that were accepting me when nobody else would accept me. And so that's why we started, or myself, I started getting involved with gang violence and beating up on people and, you know, trying to make a point and make a statement. And most young people feel like they don't have a voice. And the only way to get that voice is to do something negative in their eyesight.
All communities need to realize that the reasons that these kids get involved in these activities typically is that they're looking for identity, recognition, belonging, discipline, love, and respect. And if a community recognizes that, and while the community's doing a couple of different things, we got the police department doing zero tolerance enforcement and picking up the bad guys, what the rest of the community's got to do is pick up the young people that are left behind.
No one can tell the tale of gangs and violence better than the people whose lives have been permanently changed and are personally affected by it every day.
You know, it provides, you know, what the family don't provide, you know. If your mom can't, if you ask your mom for money, you know, and she can't give it to you, you know, you go to the gang, you know. They can give you some drugs, you know, so you can make you some money, you know. And then you won't have to never worry about asking your mom for money again, you know. Or, you know, they can listen to what you have to say, That's most important, you know. If somebody listen to what you have to say, then, you know, you become more in tune with them. You know, if somebody can listen to you.
When I came here, I didn't have Daddy anymore, and the gangs were the protection for me, because just like Daddy, if a guy touched me in the wrong way and I didn't want to be touched in that way, I could come home and tell Daddy. I could go tell my friends, and they'd be like, okay, we'll take care of him. There's no problem with that.
I had someone to be there for me emotionally. I had someone just basically just take me up under their arms, you know, give me guidance.
And they need better role models, and they got to get rid of these people that these kids see in the neighborhood. You know, if you see a guy that's got a new car and plenty of gold chains and he don't ever work and he got lots of money, that's not good for a 12 or 13-year-old kid to see that ain't got nothing to eat.
Money is power, you know. That's a lot of, you know, what a lot of gangs see, you know, power, you know. And if you got more power, if you got the more money you have, the more power you have.